What's up, everybody? It's J&J with Justin and Jordan.
Yeah.
Justin, I don't think there's anything going on today. Anything at all. Anything important. NBA season's basically over. From my viewpoint, at least. What's the joke?
Nah, I just got mad quiet.
I'm just being serious. It is a moment of silence. Like, what the fuck did I just watch the past 2 games? Well, I could say the past 4 because the West is kind of whack. The West is just bad product on display, you know? And I don't blame J-Mac for reacting how he did in game 2. But in terms of the East, bro, what did I just watch in the last 2 games, man? I'm at a loss for words.
Heartbreaker.
Times 2. Times 2, man. I told Justin, I was like, I don't even know if I want to come in, bro. I don't even know if I want to come in. I don't know if I want to talk into this mic. I have notes. I don't even want to look at my notes, to be honest with you. I genuinely don't know what to say about the East series. At this point in time, it's just game 1 was an embarrassment. Game 2, like Tibbs, you have the formula to win, and you just don't use it. You see Mitchell Robinson's like the best player in the world by net rating. Obviously, I'm over exaggerating just to be funny, but like Mitchell Robinson's like a demon out there, and it's just like we're not maximizing him as much as we should in this series where he's unstoppable. Deuce has been way better than Cameron Payne, and even better than Josh Hart at this point in time. I don't want to see Josh Hart 30 plus minutes in a game. I don't want to see Josh Hart close. I'll see him start, even though we're gonna lose those like first 5 minutes of the game, 7 minutes of the game. But I'm kind of getting tired of the Josh Hart minutes. Everybody knows. People have even asked Tibbs to his face and told Tibbs to his face, like, yo, this starting lineup is the worst that you're putting out. Defensively, of course, too. I don't know about offensively. I don't know the offensive numbers. But by defensive rating, it is terrible. Beyond terrible for this playoffs. I saw the graphic. It was 250.
It's bad, yo.
250.
It's really bad.
250. 250 is not even a real defensive rating. That's not real. That's some shit like putting 2K on beginner and playing against the 10 and 72 Sixers and you're the dream team. That shit is not real. 250 defensive rating is not real. When you roll out Brunson, Hart, OG, Bridges, Cat, like, it's just not real. And to me, if you're going to sacrifice one guy, it's got to be Josh Hart to either have the double big lineup or to have Deucin. But for whatever reason, Tibbs he's not going for it. Roll out with those guys in OT, even though we shouldn't have even gotten to OT in that situation. Can't stop any of these guys, not once, if their life depended on it. Let's just talk about game 1, first of all. What pissed me off the most was OG's performance in general.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I said it from the jump. When he missed that bunny on the fast break, when he couldn't decide a dunk or layup, I was like, yep, that's going to hurt us in the end. I bet you we lose by 1. I said it. That happened.
That was embarrassing.
Later on, missed free throws upon missed free throws upon missed free throws. Nesmith just makes 10 fucking threes in like 1 minute, right? Jalen Brunson and OG get a little bit greedy with 33 seconds left. 33 seconds left. I forgot how much was on the shot clock. I think it was at least over 10 seconds left on the shot clock, if I'm not mistaken. You could correct me. But I know there's 33 seconds on the clock. You passed the ball to OG under the basket when you could have just kept wasting the time. I would have rather you waste the time to full potential and then miss the shot. OG bobbles the fucking ball. Butterfingers the whole game too, by the way. Anytime I got the ball, it was like he was bobbling it the entire time. He couldn't dribble either.
I don't
His
know.
dribbling was on 30 that game.
I don't know what's good with OG, bro. It's like
Game one, he couldn't dribble though at all. He couldn't dribble. He couldn't catch.
It's like he can't get past his guy, and then he gives like a little nudge, and his defender will fall, and then he falls, and then
Yeah,
it's
he
like,
lose the ball.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Game one, he had the handles of Rudy Gobert.
Yeah,
The handles and the hands of Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Like that warm up video of Rudy dribbling two basketballs, bro. But he was the worst in game one. And then Halliburton makes the luckiest shot of, I'm not going to say of all time, because, there's the Kawhi one too. They're tied. And then that's when we go into OT, and then we can't make a single shot. Ridiculous. And then KO too, because everyone's focused on, OG going 1 for 2 and Cat going 1 for 2. KO went 0 for 2 as well before them two.
Mm-hmm.
These are 3 guys who are not terrible free throw shooters. All 3 of them are above average. You tell me 2 of them split and 1 of them made none? That's embarrassing, bro. Absolutely embarrassing. And then OT was just terrible. Terrible, terrible. And the last 2 shots were abysmal as well. Absolutely abysmal. I don't know if you have anything to say about game 1, Justin, before we even talk about game 2.
Game 1 was a fucking heartbreaker. That one really stung the most to me. Cause I felt like we had the game 1, and then Neesmith just came down, hit a 3 after 3 after 3 until it started to become a concern. And watching that game, I was actually like shaking. And when Halliburton when he took that shot, at first, when it hit the back rim, I was like, oh yeah, we won. And that shit dropped right back into the basket. I'm like, bro, no fucking way. And even though people was like, oh, it was a 2, his foot was on the line, blah, blah, blah. Bro, I had no confidence in overtime at all. They had all the momentum going into overtime. And I know some Knicks fans and shit on Twitter was like, oh, but they missed a goaltend on Miles Turner in overtime. Bro.
They did. No. I know you're gonna try to downplay it. That's a 5-point swing. That's a 5-point swing, though. You have to admit that.
I mean, that wasn't what I was gonna say.
Oh! I thought he was about to say like that. That shit was like no excuse. That is a valid excuse, bro.
No, that's not what I was gonna say. I'm not speaking for them when I say this. Actually, nah. It's not even like I'm not gonna say no excuses, but for me personally, watching overtime, I wasn't even like thinking, like I wasn't even in the mindset of that's a goaltend, that's a foul. I was more like, motherfuckers, don't lose this game. Don't blow this game. That was my whole mindset in overtime. So that Miles Turner shit, that shit happened in real time, and I just didn't even think nothing of it. I was like, all right, whatever. Next play down. But yeah, watching the review, yeah, it was a goaltend. But like in the moment watching it, I wasn't like, oh man, this is bullshit. This is why we lost. Blah blah blah. Nah, in overtime, my mindset was just don't blow this game. And it just came down to a lot of shitty things at the end. Poor communication. That inbounds play with Obi Toppin getting an open dunk and he got fouled by Mikal Bridges and they didn't call it. Mitchell Robinson not boxing out Obi Toppin and Obi Toppin getting a putback dunk. Those were big things. Josh Hart falling asleep and Nimhard getting an open layup. Like, those were things where I was just like, bro, what the fuck is we doing? And that was kind of like the moral of game 1, like down the stretch. It was like lack of communication, lack of execution. Like we were just all over the place. And that's why we lost that game. That game 1 hurts the most to me because it's like that's a game you should have won. And I know hindsight is 2020 and all that. And it's easy to say now, but game 2, I feel like was a game that Indiana was like watching that game last night for game 2. That felt like a game that Indiana was going to win regardless. Like had we won game 1 or game 2, game 1 was the game we should have got. And we didn't get it. And I couldn't sleep that night. So I still feel worse about game 1. Game 2 was just like, I'll let you start off with game 2, bro. Because
I mean, they came out pretty good defensively. The Pacers had, I think they showed on the graphics 6 or 7 turnovers, like just in game 1, and we had a fuck ton, and we forced a bunch of turnovers just for them in the first quarter. But announcers were hyping us up, obviously, saying that we're coming out strong and shit like that, and we're playing well, and we're playing well in transition, and all this shit. But I knew it wasn't sustainable. Of course, start of the game, our guys are all fresh, but by the end of it, they're tired as fuck. Unlike the Pacers are always throwing guys in and out, in and out. The Pacers, bro, their team feels like a hockey team. You know how in hockey there's subs, they go in and out, in and out, in and out while they're playing. That's what it feels like with them. They always have a fresh body just coming in and out, in and out. And it feels like during the play of the game, not even like during stoppage. Like you don't even notice when they have new guys in. It's just constant. Bradley's in, Bryant's in, now Miles Turner's back in. Now Shepard's in, like Matherin's in, Nemhard's in, Neesmith's in. It just feels like a flood of guys just keep coming in and out, in and out, in and out. And we just keep having the same fucking guys in. While 10 guys just came in and out and played while we just had the same 5 out in that same time span. So it was frustrating. Siakam was just unstoppable.
yeah,
Siakam was unstoppable. And the one thing I want to say about game 1 too as well, what pissed me off the most too, is that we wasted Cat's best playoff game.
yeah.
So we lost Cat's best playoff game. So that's the real sinker. Going back to game 2 though, Pascal Siakam was unstoppable. That spin mid range was just money every single time in OG's face. OG could not stop him. And to be honest with you, Justin, I really thought he was going to go for 50 with the first quarter he had.
Yeah,
I'm not being fucking funny. I thought he was going for 50. He had the chance too.
He scored
as well.
what, like the first 10 points for them?
He scored 20 out of their 30 points.
That shit was insane.
He scored 20 out of their first 30 points.
Yeah, first game it was Miles Turner with all the points in the beginning. Then game 2 was Siakam.
It was all Siakam. And Halliburton didn't have his first bucket for a hot minute, and then he had a teardropper floater. But Siakam was just unstoppable. Brunson obviously got into his bag. He was making turnaround after turnaround after turnaround after turnaround after turnaround, mostly over Nemhard, and then Neesmith came in, made a couple over him. But again, that shit didn't matter. Like the campaign minutes killed us. Josh Hart just doing cardio. It was just a fucking mess. Truly and honestly, it was a mess. I didn't like the shit that I was seeing out there. And the way that we closed, again, garbage. Shit up garbage. And I was so hyped too when Reese inbounded and that shit was going out of bounds. And Neesmith slipped and didn't grab it. And even Kevin Harlan was like, what was he said word for word? Like he threw it away or something?
He threw it away.
And he was like, he threw it away. Whatever. I was hyped. I was like, all right, 1 point game. Like we got it. Whatever. Now we could take whatever shot that we want. We don't have to force a 3. And Brunson fouled him. It was the right call, unfortunately, but it led to, a bad shot. After that bad shot, the game was over. So now we have to go into Indiana. First of all, the odds are super stacked against us. Number one, what was the record, Justin? With 2 minutes left when you're up by 14, or with 1 minute left when you're up by a certain amount of points, teams were 0 for 957 or 967.
Yeah,
it was one of the two.
Since 1998, teams down by 14 or more with 250 left in regulation. Teams were 977 and 0.
977. Okay. Nice. I said 957 or 967, and then we're the one now.
And then down 9 plus in the last minute of regulation. Since 1998, teams were 1,414 and 0.
And then I forgot the conference final stat, but when you're down 0-2 in the conference finals, I know there's only been 5 wins. It was 5 and something. And I forgot the time span though, but only been 5 victories when you're down 0-2 in the conference finals. So we're already kind of screwed at this point, but nothing we could do. We're 5-1 in away games, so I guess that's the one good thing. The Pacers are also very good in away games as well. They commented a lot on that, but we have to steal 2 in the nap, though. That's the problem.
And that's a tough place to play.
I would have been okay splitting at home, but now we have to take 2 in the nap. We can't go down 3-1. 3-1, we're cooked. We're not gonna pull some 3-1 comeback. We're not against this team. Against other teams, it's possible. Not this one though. And game 3, if I see the same starting lineup, we might as well just throw up the white flag. I can't see Josh Hart starting anymore, bro. I can't. I have to see Mitchell Robinson in there, or I have to see Deuce. I cannot see Josh Hart in there.
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, the 2 biggest negatives when it comes to that starting lineup is Cat and Josh Hart. But at least Cat brings way more offense than Josh Hart. And Cat's going to bring the rebounding more than Josh Hart, even though Josh Hart is a good rebounder. If I bring in Mitch, I'm bringing in way more rebound than Josh Hart, especially offensively. And Mitch obviously has been a demon offensively on the boards in both games 1 and 2. So I'm okay with throwing in Mitch, or I'm okay with throwing in Deuce. You're not sacrificing that much defense, and you're bringing in 3-point shooting. You're spreading out the floor. So I'd rather take out Josh Hart, the starting lineup, rather than my all-star center, and rather than any of my 2 wing stoppers. Even though OG has been fucking shitting his pants.
Yeah.
I got to take Josh Hart out of there.
I don't know what's good with OG, bro. It's like Suni Lee pulls up to the games.
And the power's gone.
Conference finals is like...
The power's gone, bro. And I hate to... And I'm not trying to throw the blame on Josh Hart. Maybe he just ends up running best with the bench. And if he plays well with the bench, maybe he could close with the guys. I mean, still, I wouldn't want to close with him anyways, but I can't see the same starting 5 because Tibbs has acknowledged it. Like, you've been asked about this. You've literally been asked about this. And they've told you, like, hey, this is your worst lineup. And these are the best ones. What are you going to do about it? Oh, yeah, I'm going to experiment with it. Blah, 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 blah. It's the playoffs, whatever. Let's see it then. You're down 0-2. This is the time to experiment. Do not let me see the same starting 5. And especially, do not let me see the same starting 5 close the fucking game. More importantly, I don't want to see these guys start. And more importantly, I don't want to see these guys close together either. I'm not doing that shit again because, again, we might as well just not go. We might as well not show up for game 3 or 4 if we're going to throw out the same guys.
Yeah, change has to happen. Like game 2, I do want to give Indiana credit. Game 1 was an all-time collapse by the Knicks, but game 2, Indiana looked comfortable. Like, that was a game, like, after losing game 1, the Knicks had to come out, like punch these motherfuckers in the mouth, and that wasn't the case. They was down early. I was getting shook. I was like, oh, here we go. But shout out to Rick Carlisle, because that motherfucker was having a coaching masterclass in game 2. Yeah, like you said, Thomas Bryant picks up 2 fouls. He puts in Tony Bradley. Like, I was like, what? But Tony Bradley came in, gave him good minutes. Even when Ben Shepherd came in game 1, I was like, he's going to guard Brunson? Fuck out of here. Yeah, he got fried. He wasn't good in his minutes, but he trusted him in game 2, and he hit a 3 in the 4th quarter that put him up like 6. So he still trusted his guys. And he's like, bro, he is running laps right now around Tibbs. And I defended Tibbs after the first game. I'm not going to pile on him after game 2 and say, like, oh, like, get him the fuck out of here. Get Mike Malone.
Don't fire him.
Like, I'm not saying shit like that, but he does have to be better. Jordan said it the best. Like, this starting 5 is not cutting it. Like, for some reason, like, it's confusing. They've played all these games together in the regular season, and they're still, like, these guys are, like, lost on defense. So many times, it's like, I thought you was switching. I thought you was rotating here. There's a lot of times where somebody's just wide open under the basket, or somebody will have a wide open 3-pointer, and it's just like, bro, it's the conference finals. You guys shouldn't be making these mistakes this late into the season. You're playing the same team in hopefully potentially 7-game series, and you're watching film. All these minor mistakes should not be happening. All these defensive lapses should not be happening. So that has to be cleaned up. And Rick Carlisle's like playing mind tricks because he's like, oh, we think Precious Achiuwa is one of their best assets. Yo, he wants us to play Precious so bad. He's like, Robinson was great.
He's a fucking troll, bro.
He's like, we still haven't seen Precious yet. We know he's a good one. But I don't know why, surprisingly for me, like game 3, I'm not really, for some reason, like I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm not really even like shook for game 3. And it's not me being like cocky or anything. It's just me like, I'm just like completely numb right now. Cause game 1 to me, that shit took everything out of me, that game 1. So now it's like, all right, game 3, backs is against the wall. You guys put yourself in this hole. In the words of Shai, shout out to him, he just won MVP. But now we're going to see what we're really made of. Because I believe in the Brunson era, this is the first time we've been down 0-2. So we're going to see what we're really made of. Go back to Indy. I don't think this series is over just yet, even though Mikey Locks thinks that. I think we're gonna go to Indy and we gonna see what we're really made of. Cause one thing about this team, they mentally tough, but the proper adjustments need to be made, and we have to communicate as a team. But we just gotta be ready. We gotta be ready. We can't. The margin for error is so low for this team. Even if you're up by 15, you gotta play with a sense of urgency, and you just have to keep that in the back of your mind. Turnover battle, you got to win that every single time. There was a lot of turnovers where it was like, bro, we got to cut down a lot of those. I don't remember exactly, but I remember one point they had like 11 points off of 9 of our turnovers. It's probably more than that. But
no, they're abusing us on turnovers.
Yeah, it's definitely more than that, but that is the number that I remember in my head. Like Deuce McBride had a turnover running across the baseline where he lost the ball.
Yeah, that was bad, right into the basket.
Yeah. So we have to cut down on those turnovers. And that's really like one of the main killers for us, because it's like, yo, we're winning these rebound battles and it's like almost not meaning anything. So, yeah, a decision has to be made next game about the starting lineup. Start with Deuce or Mitch. Starting with Mitch, you get on that rebounding advantage early. They might be thinking a foul earlier.
Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good point too. Mitch starts way earlier.
Yeah,
getting the bonus.
Yeah, you put them in the bonus, and you give their starters. You put fouls on them early, so then late game it's like they're playing a little bit more passive. Or Deuce with the spacing. I would go Mitch.
Me too.
Just because he's been a cheat code. And just bring Josh Hart off the bench. I feel like if you put Josh Hart off the bench, he's not the type of guy where it's like, he's not like a Cam Reddish type of guy where it's like, oh, he's just.
He better not bitch about it.
Like, he's not like, his confidence is going to be shot. I feel like Josh Hart knows that he hasn't been hot shit in these 2 games. I feel like if you put him off the bench, I feel like the second he comes in, he's going to light a spark as soon as he comes into the game. So I just got to make the adjustments. OG, you got to be ready to go. Cat, no more silly fouls. Like if
you're asking for too much already.
Yeah.
Already too much.
Yeah. Like if you're going to foul somebody, you might as well like, I don't know. You might as well like put somebody on the fucking ground.
Please, bro.
Like all those, like I remember that one where McConnell had an open lane to the basket and Towns just fouled right before that, like off the ball. I'm like, damn, bro. So I don't know. OG, you got to be ready to play. I'm the captain. I'm not even worried about the captain right now. Like, yeah.
Justin, Josh Hart plus minus in the series.
Minus 30.
Damn. All right. Oh, let's calm down. I'll give you another guess.
Minus 14.
On the spot.
All right.
Deuce.
Plus 8.
Plus 18. Mitchell Robinson
plus 23.
+6.
Oh,
A little high because you got to think about it because we're not blowing these dudes out, and
that
we're
is true.
at any point in the game. But bro, -14 is so bad, bro. Like you're actively hurting the team. -14 is so fucking bad, man. I can't stand to look at it.
And to be honest, bro, like
Wait, I want to check something. Campaign is less of a hindrance to our team than Josh Hart.
he's what, like a
-4.
Oh,
He was +5 in game 1, -9 game 2.
wait, what did you say to game 1?
+5.
Oh shit.
Remember, he made the 3, and he zipped his mouth because he didn't make a 3 since like round 1. Yeah,
Game
Since
1 in
round
Detroit.
Yeah.
What's it called? I saw some people was tight at Tibbs for benching Cat. To be honest, bro, I wasn't even mad.
I understand where they're coming from, but it's like, bro, Mitch is cooking. Like, we need offense, but Mitch is cooking defensively and with the rebounding. I just wish you could get both, but you can't. You're asking for too much. Like, there's nobody in the world except Joel Embiid that provides both. You know what I'm saying? Nobody in the world besides Joel Embiid and Giannis provides both. So it's like you have to pick and choose. You want the scoring when we're down, or do you want to try to catch up, or do you want the offensive rebounding to give us another chance to score and the defense to slow down the other team?
Yeah, I wasn't mad at that decision at all. I saw people like, how the fuck does Cat play only 27 minutes? I'm like, well, this is the tale of fucking two different teams. Like Mitch is all world on defense, and the Cat, he's a great second option, but he's a cone on defense. And that after the Neesmith free throws, I saw some people giving Tibbs shit for not calling the timeout. I wasn't mad at that decision either. I was more mad about the shot. But
the quality of shot was terrible,
yeah,
bro.
it was the shot that him not calling the timeout didn't bother me because it was like, hypothetically, if he did call a timeout and we did tie the game, it's like now we got no timeouts left. Just in case they come back down and do something. So it's like, I just didn't like the shot.
Yeah, run another action, bro. That was a terrible shot. Mad deep, dribble pull up. And it's like, he's all over you anyways. Neesmith was all on that. You had no fucking space.
Yeah, and that was a deep 3 too.
Yeah. You had no fucking space, bro. Yeah. Like, that's not your shot. It was disappointing. I would have ran another action, try to get him off me at least a little bit. Maybe even at least try to pump fake and then shoot, bro. Something. But that was terrible. That was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit was disappointing, man. Like, there's nothing else to really say. And I would love to really go in depth with, like, oh, what can the Knicks do to win and really go in depth with it. But the answer is simple. Take Josh Hart at the starting lineup, put in either Mitch or Deuce. That's it. It's that simple. I wish we could complicate it. I wish we could go more in depth and talk about more strategy and shit. But that's really the only answer. They're struggling with Mitch.
And you know what hurts even more? It's not like we're getting destroyed in these games.
No.
It's right there for the taking.
We're both taking double-digit leads, bro, back and forth.
Yeah.
We both have taken double-digit leads back and forth in both games, and it's like we just let them go. But it swings one way, it swings the other, and it's just unfortunately, at the end of the game, it swings to them every fucking time.
Yeah, and those third quarters, those starts to the third quarters are very pivotal. Like, you have to come out, like, ready to play in those third quarters. We'll see what happens in game 3. I don't even want to talk about these motherfuckers.
I want to see what series it is where the teams won down 0-2
in the conference finals.
Yeah, Warriors went down 0-2 in 16, or was it 1-1 and then they went down 3-1?
I think it was 1-1.
I'm about to see right now. I'm really curious which of these 5 teams went down 0-2. I wonder if that information is even available.
Didn't the Warriors win game 1 of that series? Because I think Westbrook had like some fucking travel or some shit.
No, they were 1-1. Warriors won game 2.
Oh, okay.
Thunder won game 1, 108 to 102. And the Thunder won games 3 and 4, obviously. I'm about to see teams to win conference finals down 0-2.
Weren't the 93 Bulls down 0-2
I couldn't tell you. That's a little bit too
against
far.
the Knicks?
That's
And
a
then
little bit too
MJ
far.
went to the fucking Atlantic City? I think that's one of them.
You said 93?
Yeah, 93 Bulls Knicks. I think the Knicks were up 2-0.
Okay, wait. I found this shit, right? I actually found it. Someone posted on Reddit after the Knicks went down. So it is like, well, Jesus, Justin.
What?
You're a fucking encyclopedia. 93 Knicks versus Bulls. They swept from games 3-6. And this is when John Starks dunked all over the team. Also, us, 71 Knicks versus Bullets. And the Bullets went 3-4 6 7. Bron versus the Pistons. 07, he was down 0-2.
Oh shit.
Spurs versus the Thunders. Thunder won, obviously.
Oh, was that 2012?
Yeah. Yes. Bron went down 0-2 versus Celtics in 18. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, I remember that.
He did. And this one I don't remember. I don't remember the Raptors went down 0-2 the Bucks.
They did.
I didn't remember that. Damn, I could have sworn the stat was 5, not 6. Wow.
Yeah, I remember that. But the thing is...
Oh, but look at the top comment. How many of them went down 0-2 at home, though?
That's the thing.
None.
Yeah.
None of them went down 0-2 at home.
Damn, the Knicks had home court advantage in that series?
This is so bad.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm like, how many of those went up 2-0 on the road, though?
This is so fucking bad, bro. Look, and then another comment. So literally all led by Bron, Jordan, KD, or Kawhi. And then someone said, one was Wes Unseld and Earl the Pearl. Maybe that could be Brunson and Co. Yeah, maybe. I fucking doubt it, but we'll see.
That shit is staticky right now. All right, now you go.
You see, I mean, that's my fault. And like you said, going to the West, I don't even want to talk about the West. The West shit is so unentertaining. It's a bad product. Obviously, we're gonna talk about the awards in a little bit, but it's not really the shit I want to see from the MVP, even though he's getting his points and his shit. But the way he's getting these fouls, man, it's starting to get a little bit annoying. Just a little bit. And again, like I said earlier, shout out to J-Mac, bro. And he even admitted it, like, yo, like, he's already getting the calls. I might as well commit a real fucking foul. Push him to the fucking floor. If he's already going to get the calls, to be honest with you, I would just start doing hard fouls. Literally. Especially with my bench guys. I would just start fouling the fuck out of him, bro. If he's going to the basket, I'm knocking him on his fucking ass, bro. And I'll take the foul. Just throwing whoever, bro, and take a hard fucking foul because it's just getting ridiculous, man. Julius Randle, props to you for game 1, game 2. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Gobert, I have nothing to say to you, to be honest with you. I have no words for Rudy Gobert. And I'm sorry you're kind of stuck with this right now.
Damn, that shit is super static.
And I'm very sorry you're stuck with this right now. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Hopefully you win game 3 tonight, bro. You back home. I'm strongly down on that though. But right now, everyone on OKC is cooking. J-Dub's doing his thing. Shai, the MVP, is obviously doing his thing. Chet's doing his thing. They're just having their way with them. And it's frustrating for me to watch. It's just not fun.
Damn, that shit's wildin'.
This?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. I wonder what it is.
Yeah, that shit's still wildin'.
I'll just lower it a little bit. Let's see if it got a little bit better.
No, it did.
Better?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, that's all I had to do. I'm IT out here, but nah. It's a bit of a boring series. I hope it's not a sweep, though. I hope at least the Timberwolves can win game 3 tonight. And anything after can happens. But let's at least make this a 2-1 series, bro. That's all I can ask for right now.
Yeah. Yeah, this series has been like whatever. But Randall showed up in that first game. Second game was rough. Just have it in my notes here. Bro, this OKC defense is insane.
Let me ask you, because I think people are gassing it too fucking much. Is this the best defense you ever seen?
Nah.
Yeah, people were dick sucking too much, bro.
They are great, but
They're great, but motherfuckers really trying to say it's better than 04 Pistons. I was like,
nah.
let's stop, bro. Let's see these motherfuckers hold teams under 70 for games straight. But the modern equivalent would be like holding teams under 80 for multiple games straight, and they can't even do that. Which is no disrespect, but I'm just saying, like, come on, bro.
They're great just in terms of like causing havoc.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you're a perimeter player, like it's gonna be rough because they're gonna attack you. And it's like the biggest test for this Thunder team was the Nuggets, where the Nuggets' best player was operating in the post and doing all that. That's what gave OKC the most trouble. But like, if you're a guy on the perimeter, like getting to work, that's where it's gonna be a ton of problems for you as the ball handler. But yeah, they were living in the paint. With Rudy Gobert being out there, he's trying to protect the paint. But when J-Dub and Shai are just hitting midi after midi after midi, you're still getting the 2 points without getting to the basket. So at that point, it's like, damn, Gobert is literally just useless, which is crazy because it's like, damn, a 3-point shooting team that could space like with everybody, that's going to be the detriment of Gobert. Nah, we're just going to hit hella middies and he's still going to be useless. So that's going to be tough. Randall goes 2 for 11 in game 2, 6 points. He don't even play in the fucking fourth quarter of game 2. So it was tough. It was a better showing from Ant in game 2. Like he was getting to the basket, finishing.
He cooked it.
But there was a lot of moments where it was like, it's like he still decided like, all right, I'm going to just take this shot because I'm the only one that got it going on. And it's tough. It was close at first in game 2, but that third quarter swung everything for OKC. OKC scored 35 points in the third quarter to Minnesota's 21. The OKC trio, that was probably one of their best games altogether. They combined for 86 points. Like, they was just everywhere, bro. And the Wolves, they did get more from their bench. Like, Nickeil Alexander-Walker gave you 17, 11 in the fourth quarter. But it just wasn't enough because that third quarter kind of just wrecked the game for them. And it's really the Thunder's defense is what they really hang their hat on, because they could rely on that game in and game out. Like, you might not get a great J-Dub game every game. You might not get a great check game every game. Shai could have a game where he has 27 points, but it's on shit efficiency. But that defense is one thing that's gonna be consistent, and it's tough, bro. They literally suffocate you, and they cause a lot of turnovers, and that's like the main issue. So when the defense is clicking like that and their trio is going off, like, you really have no chance. Yeah. Shout out to Shai again for winning the MVP. I don't like how they changed the trophy, the design of the trophy.
All of them fucking suck.
I miss the old MVP trophy. I miss the old Rookie of the Year trophy.
But I miss all of them.
I miss all of them. I don't even know how the Rookie of the Year trophy looks now.
Not even like on some nostalgia shit, but all of them basically looking the same, but like looking slightly different. It sucks.
What year was it? Was it 2022 when all the awards were just like a little ass ball?
Oh, a little ball. That shit was garbage.
That shit was ass.
But this sucks too. This is garbage, man. Can we even talk about what the Timberwolves can do? And by the way, I was laughing to myself because we really get in the finals that nobody wanted.
Thunder Pacers. Yeah.
Nobody wanted this shit.
Yeah, people are like, this might be interesting. All-time defense versus supernova offense. I'm like,
this is the Clan Raleigh finals.
I'm like, bro. I mean, yeah, that sounds good on paper, but I'm like, if the Thunder literally just got to be like above average on offense, and they good. Because I'm going to take all-time defense over all-time offense.
Someone really said on Twitter, this is the first finals between two sundown towns. That's ridiculous. I never thought of that, but it's true. This is fucking bad, bro. This is really about to be the finals that we get. Damn, bro. Why did Aaron Gordon have to get hurt? We could have had a good Western Conference Finals. Could have at least had a decent finals if we didn't win. But this is the shit that we about to get in the end. This is what we about to get in the end game. Not good, bro.
Hopefully it's better than last year's finals.
It won't be. This shit might be worse. Which is ridiculous to say, but it's going to come true. This is going to be a worse final than last year.
I feel like this is a final that would be straight out of like 2K.
After like 3 years of simming.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
You're like, what?
Man, nobody wants to see this shit, man.
I would have said the same about the Knicks too if they made the finals. I would have been like, this is some like you sim a couple years in 2K.
These people want to see that shit though. Let's be real.
Nah, yeah.
I mean, people, the highest ratings against the Celtics, the highest rating against the Pacers is not because of the opposition. It's because of the other team that's playing, and lose the other team, they're wearing blue and orange.
They said Game 1 was the highest viewed ECF Game 1 since Cavs Celtics 2018, I think.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
I think that was the game.
Damn, this shit is annoying.
That's all right. We'll work through it, though. Is there anything the Timberwolves can do, Justin? Literally anything?
I expect Minnesota to come out tonight and punch OKC in the mouth.
How?
Role players play better at home. You're gonna have to blitz the fuck out of Shai, even though that's like you can't even really trust that at this point. Cause I don't know, Shai is just good at like you can't really speed him up, and I don't know. You just gotta hope that Lou Dort has a shitty game. You gotta hope J-Dub has a shitty game. It's tough. You might, I don't know, cause Gobert has to really, he has to set the tone on the glass. Like if like Gobert, you want to play tonight, you have to get every fucking rebound. You have to. Like, cause they have Chet and iHeart out there, so it's like, bro, we literally cannot afford to lose the rebound battle right now. So it's either you have to anchor the fuck out of that paint, or you have to grab every rebound like your life depends on it. And I expect Julius Randle to have a bigger game.
Please.
Especially after that performance in Game 2 and him getting benched. And this is he got money on the line. So I don't know. I feel like he's done enough in these playoffs to not be qualified for the run your pockets all NBA team. But I think this is gonna be a pivotal game for him.
One thing I want to say about the series, kind of, I'm not gonna say going off topic, but a little bit off the topic, still in accordance to the series though. How do you feel about your guy, Jay Williams, with what he said about Shai? I don't know if you saw it or not.
Oh, when he was like, yeah, I praise MJ, LeBron, and all these guys.
He's saying Shai only took 125 free throws, Bron and so year took like 180, Jordan took 190 in this playoff run. How you feel about that comment?
I mean, to the people that's like mad at Shai, I'm like, bro, all these elite guys are gonna get to the free throw line. I don't even know what else you want me to say. I'm not one of those people that watches the Thunder and I'm like, it's a fucking foul baiter. Like all these elite players, they get to the free throw line. Like, if you want to be one of the elite scorers, you're gonna get to the free throw line 8 to 10 times a game. Like, that's just a fact. Do some things look kind of crazy? Yeah, but sometimes you might have to sell a call just to get a call. And we've talked about this with Brunson. It's like, what the fuck do you want him to do? He's fucking 6 foot, and people's complaining. I'm like, and this goes back to when Derrick Rose was in the league. He was not getting calls because he wasn't even on that shit. Like, he wasn't trying to sell no calls. So the refs wasn't giving him nothing because it's like, oh, it looks like he's not bothered by it. So if you got fucking like Joel Embiid and Jokic like doing theatrics to get a call, and these guys are 7-footers, like, these guys are also gonna probably do it as well. Especially if it's gonna work to your advantage. If you're a guy that goes to the line. I mean, if your main part of your game is going to the basket and trying to get into that mid range. So I had no issue with it. It's just a part of the game. These top scorers is always gonna get to the free throw line.
I took issue with his comment because just like everyone else has said, it's the way that you get there, right? And like you said, sell the call. And I don't think he's adding context. I really want to see what Jordan year he's talking about though, before I really like go too deep into it. But if he's talking pre-92, he's really getting his ass beat getting into that paint. Any Bron year that he's talking about, it doesn't matter what fucking year he's talking about where he got all those free throws. It has to be pre-second Cavs run because everything post Miami, Bron's not taking a lot of free throws. Bron hasn't taken 10 free throws in over 15 years, I believe. I think 2010 was the one and only time in his career that he took 10 free throws. Somewhere around that time frame, right? First Cleveland stint was the only time he took 10 free throws. But we obviously don't know him. He was like a bull in a fucking China shop, right? He was running down there, getting beat the fuck up, right? When you talk about Brunson has to sell the call excessively because, like you said, guys like him and Trae Young, they are 6 feet tall. They can't really do much. They got to work with what they got. Even CP3, by the way, too. CP3 in his youth, they got to work with what they got. You know, they like 5'11" without shoes on. When it comes to Shai Vontae, though, and Harden too, even though I like
Called him
Harden
by his full name.
Yeah. When it comes to Shai Vontae and when it comes to Harden too, because I like Harden, but I'm not gonna be biased as well, just because he's one of my favorite players ever. It's the way that they get the calls, and it's borderline ridiculous. People are gonna point to like free throws attempted and say, "Oh, Jordan this year had 10.9. Shai only has 8 point whatever 9 free throws attempted. Bron this year had like 10, you know? So-and-so had, Shaq had 10. Well, Shaq was down in the paint getting beat the fuck up by 3 people, getting triple team, right? For context, but it's always going to be the way that you get it, bro. And that's why I know Ant is frustrated. That's why I know J-Mac is frustrated as fuck too. You can't touch this man. You literally cannot touch this man at all. And like I said, that's why I don't blame J-Mac for getting frustrated the way that he did. Like, that's why I'm advocating for, you know what? If you're already going to get called for a foul for barely touching this man's hair, you might as well earn the fucking foul. Like it's the old days. Earn your fucking foul if you're going to get it. You're going to add up to 5 anyways, barely touch him. Might as well make him 5 hard fouls. Maybe even 6 if you have to fucking foul out. That was my only thing with Jay Williams. Like, yeah, you talking about totals. Let's look back and see how they got those calls. Because the reason Bron started selling calls was because, like you said, with the D Rose shit, right? D Rose didn't look bothered, even though he was getting hacked the fuck up going to the basket. Bron, because he's 260, 6'9", when he's getting hit 5-6 times going to the basket, the refs are just thinking, oh, it's just bouncing off him because he's so big and strong. The same with Shaq, right? Shaq probably should have taken way more fucking free throws, even though it probably would have been a detriment to him. He should have taken way more free throws in his career than he did, right? But because those two guys are so strong, they didn't get as many calls as they should. Because that's why Bron had to start selling the calls that he had to sell. And Embiid too, by the way, is excessive. I'm gonna throw Embiid in that category too. Like, you are more excessive than you have to be. If you want to throw Luka in that convo too, to an extent, you could throw Luka in that convo too. And Luka's another guy I like too. So that's 2 guys I like in that basket of 4 who I can admit are excessive, right? But my rebuttal to Jay Williams is let's look at how these guys got their free throws and how they got their foul calls, rather than just saying, oh, Bron took 60 more free throws than Shai in this playoff run. Jordan took 70 more free throws than Shai in this playoff run. Did he mention Kobe or no? Or just them two?
I think he might have mentioned Kobe too.
Yeah, let's just say Kobe took this many free throws and whatever run. Like, let's look at the film and let's see how they got their fucking fouls, first of all. Because we're seeing how Shai gets his fouls now. That was my only issue with his quote. But I mean, it's whatever, man. He's about to go to the finals anyways. It is what it is. He got to the finals his way. Selling his calls, selling whatever little contact he has. I think Jeff Teague actually said it recently too. Like, Same way with Harden. He doesn't argue with the refs. What happens when you don't argue with the refs? You low-key in their good graces. When have you ever seen Shai argue with the ref about a call, bro? Hardly ever. I don't think I've ever seen it, period, to be honest with you. Not even trying to exaggerate. Same thing with Harden in his prime in Houston. You didn't really see him argue with calls like that. So that was really going to be the last thing I wanted to just say about that. I had to comment on that, though, because I got fucking tight seeing that shit. Because the context is what matters the most in a conversation like that when it comes to free throws, not the totals. Shai didn't even attempt 10 free throws a game this season, if I'm not mistaken. But that's not what we bothered about. It's not the total. It's the way that he's getting it. But he is MVP, though, Justin. How did you even feel about him getting MVP? By the way, awarded way too fucking late.
Way too late. I forgot who I was telling, but I was like, if you exclude the NBA award show, I think this is the latest they've ever announced MVP.
You don't have to think this is confirmed the latest.
Yeah.
I'm not saying by any source, like I saw it, like just based off of my memory, I've never seen it this late in my life.
It's usually like the first game or second game of round 2. These motherfuckers waited till game 2 of the conference finals. It's never that late. Which is insane, because I'm like, if it's a regular season award, announce it earlier. Because that's when all this talk happens. Like, we get all this discussion because, yeah, motherfuckers wait too fucking late.
What were they going to do if he lost game 7?
He would have had to do
the ballots were already in. Was he just going to have to do the Dirk press conference?
He would have had to do the Dirk.
But the Dirk one, at least it was humiliating because he lost in round 1 to an 8 seed. And like you said, we always gave it to them in round 2. Why were we going to humiliate Shai, make him wait all this time until after game 7? Let's say he lost game 7, then what? Then he looks like a fucking fool. He would have been clowned, but it's like he lost in round 2 in a 7-game series versus the best player in the world.
Because it's like,
not that embarrassing.
Y'all waiting till the conference finals makes it seem like, oh, if Jokic wins, it's his award. Even though that's not the case. We all know it's a regular season award.
And
the battles are already done by, I think, April 13th, the last day of the season. That's like the last day you could vote. Or I think, I listen to some podcasts, I think they have until like maybe that first play-in game. I think that's like the deadline to turn in the votes. I think, to be honest, I mean, it's not like a big deal. I mean, for me as a fan, it's not like a big detriment to the league that they wait this long. For me personally, I would like if it was like 2K and literally the last day of the season, they just give out all the awards like that. Like they just show it like that. I would prefer it that way. So it's like, all right, we know all the awards going into the playoffs, blah, blah, blah. Now it's like a psychological thing for the MVP. It's like, damn, MVP. And we see what happens in round 1. I think it should be like that. And if it's not going to be like that, just keep it the regular way, MVP, beginning of round 2. And they waited mad long for they just put out all NBA.
Yeah.
They just put out all defense like a few days ago. I think they just put out all rookie.
And by the way, I don't know how OG missed that, but we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, so I don't know. I vote for do it like 2K. Last day of the season, announce all the awards.
I think MVP in baseball, or everything in baseball, gets announced after the World Series. So I think they're the only sport that does it after. Football, wait, when do they do football again?
Football, they do it after. Actually, no.
The whole season?
Football, they do their awards
before playoffs, right?
Nah, the week before the Super Bowl.
That's nasty, bro. Do it before the playoffs start.
Yeah, they do it the week before the Super Bowl.
That's kind of weird.
The Pro Bowl weekend.
It's kind of weird. Baseball waits till everything's done, postseason and season. Basketball just waits till the middle of the playoffs, which I have no problem with, for the storyline reasons and shit like that. But it's like, damn, bro, like y'all was setting him up for failure if he lost game 7, which was a real possibility. A real life possibility. And what was the point of even making it this late? There's no explanation.
Yeah.
I thought it was awkward.
Yeah, I don't know why they made him wait.
I mean, congrats to him. I'm not going to hate on him. You know me. I was on the Jokic train the whole season. So yeah, big ups to him. He had a phenomenal season. The last 3 seasons he's had have been great. one of the best 3-year spans that we've probably seen in the last, quarter of a century. So big props to him. Again, don't want to take away from him though, but I still do believe this is voter fatigue though. And I still think Jokic is the best player in the world. I think there's a case of what LeBron went through, Other guys are getting MVP, but we know this guy's the best player in the world, KD might have had a slightly better season than you, LeBron, but we know LeBron's the best player in the world. Steph, here's your first MVP. We know LeBron's better than you, though. Let's be honest with you. Hey, Russ, because I'm not going to lie, 15-16, Steph and Bron was 1A, 1B. Hey, Russ, triple doubles, bro. Congrats. Here's your MVP. Bron's still the best player in the world, though. You're probably the fourth best player in the league.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You're probably fourth or fifth.
He might be fucking.
He might have been six.
He might have been six, bro.
Yeah, Kawhi, Harden, Curry, KD, Bron. He might have been six.
Yeah.
He just had a great statistical season, Like even Harden, 17-18, like, yo, bro, MVP. Bron's still better than you. Bron's still the best player in the world. So that same thing happened with Embiid. Like, Embiid, MVP. Jokic still better than you.
That was the here nigga damn MVP.
Yeah, Shai, here's your MVP. Phenomenal season, by the way. Great season. Jokic still the best player in the world, though. I would still argue Giannis is still a little bit better. Maybe I'll put you guys on the same tier. I don't know yet. But I still think Jokic is the best player in the world. I'm not going to go out of my way and say it's a robbery. I'm a little bit disappointed that a 30-point triple-double, but efficient, what Westbrook did, but efficiently, and the best offensive net rating of all time with you on the floor and the worst of all time with you off, didn't get rewarded. I'm not going to call it a robbery, though. But, hey, man, it is what it is. He's the MVP. Another guy's the best player in the world. He might win a championship and finals MVP right now within the next couple of weeks. And that'll put him in a whole different conversation, And yeah. That's a good thing, though.
Yeah, I'm happy for Shai. I don't want to take away from anything. This was a phenomenal season for him. I'm happy just because, like...
Wait, I'm sorry.
What happened?
I'm going all the way back in the TikTok, and I'm replying to the guy who still said Shai is not the best player in the Paul George trade. I'm going to say, now he won MVP. Now what, nigga? And when he wins the finals and finals MVP, I'm like, damn, now he won a championship. I still can't believe that shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going back, and I'm finding that shit, bro.
You gotta bookmark that shit. But I'm happy for Shai, bro, because never thought I would see this coming. I'll still never forget year 2 Shai picking him up in fantasy, waiver wire pickup. And then the very next year, he was like a top 10 pick. So just the work he's put in over the years and him constantly getting better. I remember that little point in time where it was like, damn, the Thunder shut down Shai so they could get another draft pick. And that shit used to get me tight. I'm like, yo, let the man ball out. And I mean, it worked out because they ended up with Chet.
Yeah.
So it worked out for them. And then I remember them making the play-in, I think, as a 10 seed, and them getting destroyed by the Timberwolves. And Shai had the fucked up, I think he got like poked in the eye or some shit. And I was like, maybe next year. And then they was the number 1 seed the year after that, number 1 seed again this year, and constantly 30. What happened?
Damn, Justin.
What happened?
We're skipping a big part of the story. What about his sensei, Chris Paul?
I wasn't.
That's a big chapter.
that is a big chapter. But
and he showed up to the game. He was hype when Scott
he was
Foster started bleeding.
He was like,
who's clapping?
He was like, who's sitting next to my wife? And then he was like, oh, it's Chris Paul. But the 30-point seasons. Yeah, bro, he's really put the work in. He's literally become a master at his craft. And he's become one of those guys where, to me, like, he's fun to watch. And you could tell, like, this guy is literally like a student of the game when you watch him play. Like, everything is effortless for him. And everything, all his skill set is just sound. And it's like a lot of things you can't even knock him off his game. Like, people pushing him to the corner, rise up off the shoulder and drain the shot like it's nothing. him getting to the basket, finishing, getting to the free throw line. It's like he's automatic from everywhere on the floor. So shout out to him. He's literally transformed himself into a superstar. And I feel like he's I don't know about you, but I feel like he's one of the superstars that's like he doesn't really get talked about like that. I feel like he's still kind of like a mystery, low key.
In terms of what? Are you saying like he doesn't get covered, or are we talking about?
A little bit of
He's
him.
on commercials,
He
bro.
is, but I feel like
social media. He's one of the most talked about guys. He got the aura edits, you know.
Yeah.
I gotta disagree with you.
I don't know. I feel like he should be bigger than what he is. But maybe part of that is because we still got the old dogs still in the league. Like Bron, Curry, KD, they still in the league and shit like that. But I don't know. I feel like Shai should low key be a little bit bigger than he is. But this is now what 7 consecutive years where the MVP is not American.
I thought you were talking about the stat where they don't have a tattoo.
Oh,
that was a stat that came out too. It was like the last 7 or 8 MVPs don't have a tattoo. I'm about to say that's not that important.
Nah, I didn't know that.
But yeah, not American. Yes, Giannis won his first one. 18.
Harden was the last one. 17,
last
18.
American MVP is Harden. That's kind of.
Will we finish the 2020s without an American MVP? We're already halfway.
I mean, our only hope is Ant, to be honest, because Tatum's about to miss all of next season, and then I'm not gonna throw those.
That shit's bugging out. Are you good now?
Tatum's missing all of next season, and I don't want to throw expectations on him for 26, 27 and on. We don't know who he's gonna be. I don't know if Brunson's capable of an MVP season, to be honest with you. He's great. He's phenomenal. Hasn't even been on NBA first team yet. So I'm not going to throw that load on him.
I feel like for him, it would literally have to be team related.
Yeah, the Knicks will have to win like 67 games.
I'm confident he could put the numbers up, but we would have to win like 60 games.
No, we would have to win like 65 games.
Yeah, plus. 65. Yeah.
60 is not 60 on the dot. We would have to win 65 plus games, and he would have to average like 29 because Donovan Mitchell just made All NBA first team ridiculously averaging 24.
24, yeah, that was crazy.
So it's probably be even more. He would have to do that, like win 65 and average 28, 29 points.
Yeah.
But at the same time, not to throw this out there, by the way, some guys have to play less than 65. Not Jokic, but Luka would have to play less than 65. Shai would have to play less than 65. Embiid, because they're not going to... I'm saying not Jokic because they're not going to give it to Jokic and they're not going to give it to Giannis anyways. They're bored of Giannis for whatever reason, even though he only has 2. The Jokic thing, I think they really just don't want him to tie LeBron. If you want to be like completely transparent with you, I don't think they want him to tie LeBron in MVPs. That's my only thing. They're going to keep him at 3 forever. I don't know why they're keeping Giannis at 2 though.
I hate that they do that though. Because I'm like, what the fuck is the point?
You should just give
like
Bron.
If
they didn't want to give Bron 5 to tie Jordan. Well, first of all, they didn't want to give Jordan 6 to tie Kareem. Now they don't want to give Bron 5 to tie Jordan. And now they don't want to give Jokic 4 to tie LeBron. Now what are we going to do? Nobody could be a 4-time MVP ever again? That's kind of stupid.
That shit is... I hate that they do that.
That's kind of stupid, bro. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
It's crazy to think about, like, once you win back-to-back MVPs, you're kind of cooked after that. Like, you may not win another.
Because Steve Nash had 2 phenomenal seasons after his MVP, and then...
Like, when Giannis won in 20, I'm like, he might not get another one.
And he's had better seasons after that.
And
all his best years have come after that.
And I was fake surprised that Jokic got the 24 one, because I'm like, damn, after 22.
They couldn't deny him, though.
Yeah, you couldn't. Yeah, he was that good.
But the best candidates for American MVP, it would have to be Ant. But then that doesn't even have to be team record, just him being him. He's good enough, right? Brunson would predicate on us winning 65 games and him playing, averaging like 28, 29, right?
It'd have to be team. Yeah, team wins.
Paolo's team will never be good enough in this decade, bro. Maybe in the 2030s they'll be good enough. They're not
maybe in the
enough.
2030s. It's literally Ant, Brunson.
And I hate throwing Brunson in that combo because I know it's going to be like a bias thing, but Ant, Brunson, I don't think Halliburton screams MVP to me. I know people are going to take that as me hating on him just because of the series, but it's just the truth. Halliburton doesn't scream MVP to me. Who else is out there? I don't want to throw expectations on Cooper Flag, who hasn't even played an NBA minute yet.
And he's gonna be in the fucking West.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the West too. I know a lot of people get hyped up over him, man. He's not even an all-star yet.
Nah.
Like,
damn, that shit's bugging out again.
I don't know who to pick. Who else is left?
So Ant, Brunson.
We said Paolo, not really because his team sucks.
John
Morant's not falling off, but he's just not good enough.
No.
AD's getting old.
Damn, bro.
The best players are all not American, bro. It's over.
Yeah, bro. And
this is like the MLB with Dominicans, bro, and the Japanese. The takeover is kind of done.
And pray Wemby stays healthy, because that motherfucker about to run away with at least. In the 2020s, I wonder how much he gets, honestly.
One.
Because the 2030s, he might run that shit.
2030s is his. 2020 is going to get one, though. Like 28, 29, he's going to get an
I think
MVP.
he gets maybe 1 or 2 in the 2020s.
I don't think 2.
Damn, bro.
It's just Ant, man. Like, Ant is the only American that will win an MVP this decade.
And I feel like
him.
I mean, yeah, he got the PR behind him.
He has the PR.
Because I was gonna say he might not even need like a 65 win season.
That's what I'm saying. Compared to Brunson, he don't need that shit.
He just might need a season where he
averaged like 30 flat.
Yeah, 30
he
flat.
Wins like 53 games. Like, that's enough.
Yeah,
that's more than enough for him.
With Brunson, he needs to average 28, and we gotta be dominant. First seed, 65 wins.
Even then, that's not guaranteed for him to win MVP. Because it's still Jokic, Giannis, and Shai, and Luka.
Yeah, I would say just Ant.
We're not going to have an American MVP for the 2020s. Let's just say it like that.
Devin Booker, no.
It's Ant or bust.
Yeah.
Because look at the Olympic team. It was 3 older guys. AD's an older guy. And B's not technically American. He just played for the American team. D-Book is not good enough. Reese is not good enough. Tatum's hurt, and we don't know what he's going to look like when he comes back. Derek White and Drew Holiday are never going to be MVP candidates. And who else am I missing from that team? That's everyone, right?
I think that's everyone. I mean, he's not going to win MVP, but I'm just saying the name because he was on the team. Bam.
Oh, and Bam. And, like, no disrespect to Bam. I didn't mean to forget him on purpose. Which is funny because that's where my favorite tweet of the Olympics came from. When Tatum was getting benched. And some Heat fan was like, yeah, and get Bam his water and towel too, bitch. And then he added Tatum. That shit was funny as fuck.
I remember that.
That shit was frying me, bro. Yo, Celtics fans was really rooting for America to lose, bro.
That was crazy.
Was comedy. I love the Olympic hoops on Twitter at that point in time, but yeah, bro, it's just Ant. It's just Ant. There's too much shit that has to go right for Brunson and Paolo, for example. And I'm not throwing no shit on Cooper Flag right now. It's over for us.
Yeah.
Baseball is a Japanese and Dominican league. Basketball is a foreigner league now.
Yeah, because I remember... because when this came up, I'm like, all right, we're halfway into the 2020s. I'm like, are we going to have an American MVP in the 2020s?
No.
I mean, I'm not mad about it.
Oh, no, I'm not complaining either. It's just Stephen A that's complaining.
Oh, I don't care. Like, if we finish the decade with no American MVPs, I actually wouldn't be mad.
No, it's a good thing.
I'm like, actually, that's pretty cool.
It's a good thing.
That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, because the 2010s, we had just Giannis at the very end?
It was just Giannis. 2000s, it was Dirk and Nash.
Nash, yes.
90s, it was just Hakeem, and before that, it was nobody, if I'm not mistaken. Unless I'm missing somebody that was secretly Canadian, But before Hakeem, it was nobody, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so this is growth, bro. It's good for the game. David Stern would be happy as fuck.
Oh, this was David Stern's wet dream.
Yeah,
man.
This was his dream right here. So, yeah, if we finish the decade with no American MVPs, I actually would not be mad.
Does every team have a foreigner? Nah, I think that's too much. I think that's going too far. I don't think so. Not yet.
Because next year, Jokic, Shai, and Giannis are already going to be top 3, God willing, if none of them
Luka too.
Luka, yeah.
And Embiid when he comes back.
Yeah.
That's the top 5.
That's already the top 5, bro.
That's all NBA first team already.
Yeah. So, it's tough. And then Wemby, if he's good, that's 6.
But wait, that is a good question, though. Does every team have a foreigner right now It might be possible. Or
Like
close to it.
a top foreigner,
No, not
or
top
just
foreigner.
in
Just in
general?
general. Just in general. I'm pretty sure every team has one because we have Daddy A and we have OG.
Celtics have Porzingis.
Porzingis. Philly obviously has Embiid.
Nets have Bogdanovich.
Yeah, Raptors. Yeah, I'm just going by division now. And then Raptors, obviously.
Jakopoto.
And then RJ2, technically.
Yeah.
And then the next division, I'm just going to look at the thing.
Philly
Siakam.
has Yabusele.
Well, I said Embiid.
Oh, yeah.
Embiid's more important.
Yeah.
Going to the Central, you got Siakam, obviously. The Cavs have Strus.
Chicago has...
Who Chicago has as foreign? Vooch.
Yeah.
Vooch. And then Pistons. Pistons have... Do the Pistons have anybody foreign?
Damn.
I don't think so.
About to check the roster.
I don't think they have a foreigner. And the Bucks have Giannis, obviously.
Pistons have... Oh, Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, yeah,
He's German.
yeah, Dennis Schroeder. Hornets have...
And Fontecchio still on the team.
Oh, yeah, Fontecchio. Hornets have...
Fuck.
Hornets have the rookie.
Oh, Tejan
Yeah.
Solon.
They have him. The Wizards have Koulibaly and Sarr.
Yeah.
The Magic have
Goga?
Franz.
I said Goga.
No, that's fine too.
Yeah.
They have Franz. And the Heat. Bam is technically not... No, Bam was born in Jersey. What am I doing?
Pele Larson. Nah.
I'm stupid.
Oh, Jovic.
Yeah, Jovic. But I was really dumb by me. Bam was born in Jersey.
Yeah.
Grizzlies. Do they have a foreigner? Santi.
Yuki?
Oh yeah, Yuki. That's easy. That was super fucking easy. Pels.
Yves Misi? Was he born in the U.S.?
Is he foreign?
I'm about to look it up right now.
We get the easy one out the way.
He was
Wemby.
born in Belgium.
Yeah. Obviously, we got Wemby out the way. The Rockets. The Rockets have. They got Reed Shepard, Thompson, Şengün.
Steven Adams is from New Zealand, right?
Not Australia, New Zealand. The Mavs have... I'm not going to count Kyrie. He's born in Jersey. Kyrie's from Jersey.
No, he was born in Australia.
He grew up in Jersey. We're counting Jersey. He's a Jersey boy. Who they have, though?
Dwight Powell. Oh, no. He was born in Toronto.
Dwight Powell.
But does that count, though?
Yeah. We taking it. OKC has, Dort and Shai.
Oh, yeah.
And Hartenstein.
Oh, because he's from Turkey.
Germany.
Oh, I thought he was from Turkey.
No, he's born in Germany.
Yeah.
And an American base. Timberwolves have Gobert. Nuggets have Jokic. Suns have, I think, because they got rid of Nurkic, they might have nobody.
Let me see.
They might have nobody. Beal, Durant.
Nick Richards was born in Jamaica.
The fuck?
Bol.
He was born here, though.
Sudan, he was born.
He was born in Sudan?
Yeah.
They got foreigners.
But he went to high school. I think he grew up in America, though.
Luka. Clippers. Harden, Kawhi. Bogdan. Kings, Sabonis. We didn't do Utah yet, right? Utah is Laurie. Warriors is... Do the Warriors have a foreigner? Do the Warriors have a foreigner on their team?
Was Kuminga born in the United States?
I think Kuminga's just American, bro.
Buddy Hield is...
But he was from Bahamas. Born in Bahamas.
Guy Santos.
That's a good
is
pull.
From Brazil.
That's a good pull. And then the last one is the Trailblazers. They have
Kuminga was born in the Congo.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And last but not least, the Blazers have Denny.
Yeah. From Israel, right?
Everybody in the league has a foreigner, even two.
Yeah.
This is David Stern's wet dream, bro.
Yeah.
This was his goal, bro. I'm not gonna lie, the NBA is more, well, at top level though. The NBA is more foreign in terms of top talent than the MLB, which is kind of crazy to say now compared to 15 years ago. You still got Judge. You still got Mookie. You know, you still got Paul Skeens. You got Otani, and like, I'm not even gonna count Soto. That nigga's out the conversation.
Not this year.
Acuna's in there at this point. Motherfucker homered in his
Just
first
came
pitch.
back, yeah.
But you still have Americans that are still dominant. Bryce Harper in baseball, but it's like that are in that top 5 convo. But the whole top 5, like top 6 in basketball is foreigners when everybody's healthy. The whole top 6, bro. You would not believe that 10 years ago. And there's only more coming in, too. More of these motherfuckers are coming in. Wait until Wemby's brother gets here. I don't know how old he is, though.
When he got to be like 16 now or 17.
Wait until he gets here, bro.
Yeah.
That's going to be a problem. But again, the only person mad about this shit is Stephen A. Stephen A is the only one mad about this, bro. He's mad Otani's the face of baseball, and he's mad that there's no American, you know, MVPs and faces of the league. Unless he counts Shai, you know? I don't know how he feels about Shai.
Bro, I really can't think of an American guy that could sneak in and get an MVP. Because it's literally just, it probably will shuffle between those 6 guys.
It's literally just Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Those 6 guys are each going to get their turn.
The only argument you can make is like, the voters are already tired of Giannis and Jokic. Shea probably good enough for one more before they get tired of his ass. And then
even then, play enough games, and even then you still got to compete against Luka and Wemby.
Yeah, and then even then, yeah, Luka and Wemby.
And Luka's already dealing with voter fatigue with no MVPs.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
And then even if you give them each one, that still leaves you what, the 2029 MVP? That's gonna be interesting. The 2029 MVP. Man.
Dylan Harper, I need you to step up. At least there's an American draft class.
Yeah,
there's an American draft class. So that's one thing. So maybe that boosts it up if these guys really truly all pan out. And next year too, top couple guys are all American. Let's talk about all NBA though, Justin. I'll read out all the names. I'll go from third to first. I just want to know if you had any problems with this, by the way, right after I get through all these names.
Yeah.
So obviously the third team was Cade, Cat, Reese, J-Dub, and Harden. Second team, Ant-Man, Bron, Curry, Mobley, Brunson. First team, Giannis, the MVP, Shavante, Jokic, Tatum, and Donovan Mitchell. What did you have the biggest problem with here? And be completely honest, bro.
Donovan Mitchell first team.
Number one thing?
Yeah. Like, I get they want to reward winning and like stuff like that, but like, to me, he wasn't an all NBA first team performer to me. I would have much rather for me personally, I would have put Ant instead of Donovan Mitchell.
Me, I mean, and is that the only gripe you have? You think everything else is right?
Third team was who again?
Cade, Cat, Halliburton, J-Dub, Harden.
I don't know if I would have put J-Dub third team. I think I wouldn't have put J-Dub at all.
Some people said that. I mean, some of the notable snubs were like, there's no Rockets players, so no Şengün, no Triple J. You know, those were the 2 main ones that popped up. Who else missed this completely?
When we did our award prediction episode, I had Zubac on my third team.
Yeah, Zubac was he was definitely a guy that could have made it.
Cade, I think, should have been higher than third team.
Do you think Mobley was the right second Cav to have on here if they even deserved to?
Yeah.
You think he was the right one, not DG?
No, it should have been, if they only deserved 2 guys, and it should have been Mitch and Mobley.
How do you feel about people trying to manufacture this Trae Young sympathy, bro? Like, I don't know why people are like, Trae Young's getting disrespected. Where would you put him on here? He got 3 total votes for third team.
I remember when I was doing my thing for the episode when we did the awards. I try to make the case for him, but I'm like,
case for fourth team.
Yeah, I was like, nah, bro. I was literally trying to put this that I'm like, nah, bro. And I remember Hallie was the one where I was like, damn, are these guys gonna laugh at me when I put him on here? And I ended up just putting him on there because it was like the second half of the season that he had, not only himself but the team as well. I was like, I had to put Hallie on here. I couldn't put Hallie over. I couldn't put Trae Young over Hallie on third team.
I wouldn't put Trae Young on a fourth team.
I wasn't even thinking about a fourth team.
Yeah, my biggest gripe obviously is Donovan Mitchell being that high up. You know me, I was high on the Cade train since fucking October. Well, for this season. You know I've been high on the Cade train for a minute, but I was saying Cade was a top 5 player this year, and I think he should have been rewarded as such. I think he should have made first team. If not him, it should have been Anthony Edwards. But this to me is a individual award. Obviously, you don't want losing teams in there, like teams that are in you don't want players on lottery teams in this shit. Obviously, like that's where you draw the line. But I don't think winning should really impact All NBA. In my opinion, this is supposed to be the best players are like All NBA first team is supposed to be the top 5 players.
Yeah,
Donovan Mitchell was not a top 5 player this year.
That's crazy because now
the last 2 years he was close to it.
Yeah, because now we about to look into the future and be like, wow, Donovan Mitchell made All NBA first team.
This is the second one, right? I think he made one. I think he made another one his first year in Cleveland, if I'm not mistaken.
I feel like this is his first one.
Are you sure?
I want to say
because he finished 6th in MVP voting last year. I don't think he made All NBA first team last year though, but I think the first year he did. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
Second,
he was All NBA second team,
and then last year he was, or he didn't make it because
he didn't qualify last year. He played 55 games.
But I remember he would have though.
Damn, his first year in Cleveland was his first and only All NBA, and then he made first team this year.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, not to push him down, but it's just like Cade had a better individual year. Ant had a better individual year. Brunson had a better individual year. I would have thrown him second team. Truly honestly. And Mobley, I understand again, team success. I would switch him and Randall. I would switch him and Cat straight up. Because I had Cat second team. I think both Knicks should have been second team. Cat just had his best fucking season of his career.
Nah, yeah, he did.
And I would have rewarded him as such.
That first half of the season, Cat was a fucking monster.
Yeah. He had a lot of phenomenal games, so I would have rewarded him as such, bro. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't think there's any snubs at all, to be honest with you. And that's only because we're missing guys, We're missing Embiid. We're missing Luka. Like, we're missing talent, We're missing Paolo. Paolo, with the way that he started the season, he would have been at least second team stamped.
Yeah.
So, we're missing a lot of talent.
Next year's going to be interesting if ever.
We're missing Wemby, too, as well.
Wemby,
so it's like, there's no real snubs because if those guys played, then you have Halliburton potentially getting bumped down. You would have maybe Cat in this case getting bumped down. You have Harden potentially getting bumped down and just completely left off. Then you talk about, damn, Cat's a snub. Harden's a snub. This guy should have been third team. This guy should have been third team. But I feel like since there was no real snubs, they're trying to come up with some shit for Trae Young. Between you and me.
There was no.
Trae Young was even the next highest voter. He was close to the bottom in terms of guys who even got votes. He's down there with Sabonis.
Damn.
Sabonis got more. Sabonis had 4 votes. Trae had 3. Devin Booker had 2. Bam had 3. Siakam had 4. Garland had 6. Zubats had 15. Triple J had 55 total points. And then Şengün had 58. And Harden had 68. So he was the last spot.
Yeah, I feel like for the most part they got the list right. Like the only things was like Mitch first team, and then I guess J-Dub for me. I probably would have had somebody else, but other than that, I think the list is fine.
You literally had 4 people give Donovan Mitchell third team, and you had 35 people give him second team. Only 61 give him first team. So that just shows you that it was a little bit divisive Like, it wasn't, like, conclusive that he was first team, The other guys were unanimous. I'm not saying, like, because he's not unanimous, he didn't deserve it. But it's like, damn, bro, you couldn't get 80 first place votes, 75,
I think
61
I feel like
points.
part of that is because like the 4 for first team was so locked that the last spot was like, I guess some people was like Ant or D Mitch. D Mitch got the better team record, so he gets the vote. Even though Ant's numbers,
I mean, Braun had more than Ant.
oh, that's embarrassing.
What separated them was second team votes versus third. Ant had 2 third team votes. Braun had 21.
Damn.
And Curry obviously snuck in too for second team. I would swap him and Cade off rip.
That shit's bugging now.
I'm sorry about that. I will swap him and Cade off rip. Defensive, Justin. Why did OG Anunoby not at least make second team?
I don't know.
I'm gonna find a defensive team for you.
First team, I think, was what, Dyson Daniels.
Oh,
Mobley.
by the way, Kevin Durant didn't qualify either. That's another name that's gonna make it for next year.
Oh yeah. Oh, perfect. No sound.
Nothing? No static or nothing?
No.
So the second team was Kamara, Gobert, Triple J, J-Dub, Zubats. First team was Dyson, Dort, Draymond, Mobley, and Amen. I'm sorry, bro. Respect to Mani, respect to J-Dub, respect to Triple J. I'm taking OG over all of you as defenders.
J-Dub made second team? Wow.
Yeah, J-Dub was all-NBA, all-star, all defensive. I'm taking OG.
Damn, they love J-Dub. Holy shit.
Team success.
Damn, y'all really wait. They factor team success a lot.
The dick suck was crazy, bro. He's not getting this shit ever again unless they win 60 plus. Again.
Yeah, all-star, all-NBA, and all defense.
I mean, remember, we said he didn't even deserve all-star, which he didn't.
Yeah. That's crazy. Holy shit. Yeah, OG should have been second team, bro.
That was my only gripe.
I don't mind Tamani at all.
I mean, OG's better than him. That's all I'll say.
Tamani, I don't mind because he was fucking dogging. I think J-Dub was kind of crazy. Lou Dort was what, first team?
Yep.
Okay.
I got no problem with that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I feel like he's the only guy you really needed to represent the Thunder, honestly.
Draymond, first team. Congrats. Just no DPOY. I got no problem with that. You can be first team. You can't be DPOY, though. It's over. You got your one and only one, 17.
Hey, OG, like, if I was you, I would just use this as fuel for the next.
Well, he should have, because this was announced yesterday.
Yeah.
And he didn't use it last night.
Yeah, so.
Maybe he was sad about that. Which is even worse. Because it should be some shit hyping you up, not getting you fucking depressed.
Yeah, it's time to cut all that fucking nonchalant shit out. Now it's time to go balls to the wall. And, like.
Can we get 25 points from you? Because you had back-to-back 16-point games.
Yeah, bro.
I need you to drop 25, like, now. I need game 6 versus Boston OG. That's what I need.
I need game 2 against the Pacers last year before he blew out his hamstring.
Yo, he looked like fucking 03 Kobe.
Yeah.
He did us with the number 8 too. And the fucking armband. It literally looked like 03 Kobe, bro.
To this day, that's still the best OG game I've seen. Not counting regular season.
I mean, there's only a second season with us in the playoffs. We haven't had that big of a sample size. Not a small one either, but we haven't had a big ass.
I mean,
one
like,
either.
if you're including regular season games, then that Nuggets game in Denver, he dropped, what, like 40? That shit was crazy.
Do you care about all rookie?
I do.
I kind of don't, but I'll list it off for you.
Nah, because remember, the RJ Barrett year, that was a pivotal.
Yeah, we don't have a pivotal rookie.
Let's talk about it, though.
Tyler Kolek had no chance. Daddy had no chance.
Yeah, they had no chance.
So we have Bub Carrington.
This is second team right now?
Yeah.
All right.
Klingon, Misi, who I really want on this team so badly.
Yeah.
I want him so fucking bad. I said it too before the draft.
But even then, he wasn't going to fucking play if we got him.
Modest, Khalil Ware, and then first team, Sar, Edie, Wells, Zach, and Castle.
Superstar Khalil Ware, by the way.
Khalil Ware and Sar were very close. They were separated by 12 points.
Say the first team again.
Castle, Zach, Jalen Wells, Edie, and Sar.
It's a good first team.
I mean, for the year, for the season.
Yeah.
It's not no eye-popping, rookie class. I mean, we said that from the jump, though. Shout out to Zach, though, for, doing his thing.
Edie or Risa Shai?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm saying Edie, and I'm saying Zach.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, Risa Shai, shout out to him. I don't give a fuck about Zach Edie, bro.
Nah, yeah, shout out to...
Fuck Zach Edie.
Shout out to Risa Shai. Oh, man.
He got 1 second team vote. 1.
Who?
Risa Shai. He was 1 vote off from being unanimous. Castle was the only unanimous one, obviously, because,
Yeah, he
won
dogged
the award.
All rookie team positions don't matter. I don't think games matter either. Do games matter?
I'm pretty sure it matters for every award.
I don't know. I know positions don't matter. Actually, no, positions don't even matter regardless. So I don't think games matter for all rookie. I think it only matters from all NBA and maybe all defense.
And any snubs?
And all star.
Any snubs for the superstar class?
For all rookie? Nah.
You're the one that wanted to talk about it. He said this shit matters because the RJ won.
Nah, yeah, there's no snubs this year.
Like, this shit was cut and dry. Like, there's no snubs. It wasn't really anything interesting.
Let's go back to that. I actually want to open
up. Congrats to them. Congrats.
Yeah, congrats.
Like, it's not me shitting on them, but it's just like, there's nothing interesting to say about it. Don't go back to the second team.
No, I was actually going to go to the draft class.
Their draft class?
Yeah, top guys that didn't make it.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, this guy only played fucking 600 minutes this year. Reed Shepard. Not saying he should have made it. I'm just reading out names.
And his mustache.
Ron Holland. Damn, Tajane Salon played 1,200 minutes. He must have been garbage. Holy.
Are you sorting about minutes?
Nah, I'm just looking. Minutes is like
the first. About PPG.
Okay. So, well, he doesn't count because he got hurt, but Jared McCain. He had the most PPG.
Of course.
Then we had Castle, Sarr, Risa Shai, Wells, Carrington. Ooh. Did Filipowski make it?
No.
He's a snub. Low key. Khalil Ware. Dalton Connect.
Nah, Connect 4 now.
Yeah. Isaiah Collier. I'm not going to say he got snubbed.
He'll be good next year.
But he deserves some recognition.
He'll be good next year.
Keyshawn George.
I wish he was a Knick. I wish he was a fucking Knick.
Modest Buzelis made it. Jacoby Walter. I'll never.
You think we played Keyshawn? Wait, we had this conversation already.
What?
Yeah, we had this conversation already. If we would have played Keyshawn George or not,
we wouldn't. We wouldn't have played him.
We had that conversation with
actually
Cheeseheads, right?
Yeah, I was like, yo,
we had this exact convo.
I actually want to go back to like Tibbs' teams and see which rookies he's actually played.
I mean, not Jimmy Butler. He ain't played Jimmy.
Cause
you're searching by Tibbs, right?
Jimmy played 8.5 minutes a game his rookie year.
I got you right now. Because you could literally just look up Tom Thibodeau, right?
Yeah.
His first year as a head coach, Chicago, 10-11. Who here was a rookie? Omer Ashik. I mean, I don't blame him for not playing him too much, 12 minutes. But again, it's Omer Ashik, right?
Yeah.
Year 2, 11-12.
Jimmy Butler.
This is Jimmy's rookie year, correct?
Yep.
And Jimmy played, you already said how many minutes Jimmy played, right?
8.5.
8.5 minutes. 12-13.
Marquise Teague. I don't blame him for not playing.
Yeah, but it's like you see, like some of these guys, like, do they really deserve to play? He played 8 minutes, averaged 2 points. What was Marquise Teague's career high in minutes, you say, Justin? 24.7 when he played for Memphis in 17-18 when he didn't play in the NBA for 4 years. And he averaged 3 points. Yo.
What?
He averaged 3.7 points in 3 games playing 25 minutes.
That's horrible.
How do you do that? Son, you gotta be you gotta be garbage to do some shit like
13.
that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. What pick was he? 29th? Nah,
He was like 20.
no, he was 29th. I just said
29.
it. Yo, you are garbage, son. But I love you on the morning show. 13-14. Who was a rookie?
Tony Snell.
and Eric Murphy. Tony Snell played 16 minutes. You know, that's not too bad.
That's not bad.
Averaged 4 points. Eric Murphy. He played your one and only season, 2 minutes. I don't blame him though, Justin. Like, come on. Some of these rookies
some
are
of these
garbage.
guys is garbage. Mirotic in 14, 15.
And Doug McDermott, they played, bro. Oh, wait. Nah, Doug McBuckets did not play. I'm so sorry.
Mirotic played 20 minutes a game.
Mirotic played. Doug McBuckets did not play.
Yo, Mirotic was second for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I remember. Doug McBuckets didn't play, though.
I don't blame him for not playing him.
And Cam Barstow, like, come on, bro. Cam Barstow
15,
played
16.
2 fucking years.
Cristiano Felicio.
No, he's not there anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So
this is
one going by
Hoiberg.
Tibbs, that's
Yeah.
why. So 16-17 on the Timberwolves. Who was a rookie? Chris Dunn. All right, he kind of failed Chris Dunn, bro. Chris Dunn played 17 minutes as a 5th pick, averaging 4 points.
See, he had to play.
He failed him because then he went to Chicago. He averaged 13. Was it the best looking 13? No, but come on. You saw that he could have did something.
17, 18. Who was a rookie?
17-18, the rookie.
Justin Patton.
Yeah, like, come on,
He wasn't
bro.
going to play.
Justin Patton's out the league, bro. 4 years. He played 4 minutes.
18, 19. Mitch Creek.
Who?
Keita Bates Diop.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. Katie Bates Diop, bro. Like, let's be for real.
Keita Bates Diop played 17 minutes his rookie year.
Out the league.
17 minutes a game.
Out the league.
Yeah,
Did he get to a second contract? I'm about to see.
Mitch Creek. That's a crazy name.
He made $8 million for his career. Good for him.
He played 9 minutes a game his rookie year.
And obviously, we get to his next tenure where he doesn't play rookies. Like, I understand where people are coming from, that he doesn't play young guys, but, bro, look at some of the rookies that he's had, bro. The only one that panned out was Jimmy Butler. And I guess you could say Chris Dunn, and to an extent, Mirotic. But we're talking about Cam Barstow, Eric Murphy. Who else do we name? Keita Bates Diop. Like, come on, bro. These are some of the guys. It's not like he got... The only one he failed was Chris Dunn, because that was a top 5 pick. That was a 5th pick. But it's not like this motherfucker got, like, Porzingis with the 4th pick and played him 10 minutes a game.
Yeah.
You know? Like, that's not what's going on. He didn't get D Rose and play D Rose 10 minutes.
He's getting shitty rookies.
He didn't give D Rose 20 minutes.
First year with the Knicks, Quick and Obi was rookies. Obi played 11 minutes a game his rookie year.
Obi's playing with hate though, because he hates Tibbs.
Yeah. And then Quick played 19 minutes a game his rookie year.
Quick played.
Yeah, he played. I remember.
By the way, did you see? I forgot to bring this up. Did you see the argument, by the way, between OG and Cat on the bench game one?
I did see that.
That shit was terrible, bro. And then Brunson had to break it up. The captain.
Shut the fuck up.
He said, "Yo, shut the fuck up."
2022, I believe Quentin Grimes.
Q
Grimes, Sims, I think Deuce.
Yo, I'll never forget. This is when Kemba went down, and then we put in Q Grimes first. Q Grimes had a good stretch of games in November. He got hurt. I think he had a 20 ball. Deuce came in as a starting guard. He had a good stretch. I think he had a 20 ball. I think this all happened in November, and then Kemba came back. I'm about to check, bro. Like, this all happened all in November, early as fuck.
Oh, damn.
Like,
yeah, Q Grimes played 17 minutes a game his rookie year.
I miss Q Grimes.
I'm looking at his contract now.
Yeah, team option, bro.
Team options, yeah. After the season.
Restricted after next season. We're never getting him back. He's our age, too.
Yeah.
He's born 3 days after me. Shout out to him, bro. May 8th.
Trevor Keels. Oh, my God. Trevor Keels played 2 minutes a game his rookie
I would
year.
like to have kept Keyshawn, though. I think Keyshawn would have made an impact. If not this year, then next year.
I still wish we kept Jalen Duren.
Me too.
Yeah, he don't play guys rookie. I mean, he don't get good rookies.
Just doesn't get good rookies, bro. That's all.
He do play them in year 2 though. So
it was December. Here it was. Q Grimes dropped 27 starting versus Milwaukee, and then he got hurt. That was his first game starting. He dropped 27 versus something. He got hurt. He missed like the next 6 games. Now let me find the Deuce game. And then he came back. He dropped 15. Like, we just got unlucky, bro. And Deuce ended up starting some minutes after that, too. Then Deuce came in, and he dropped a 15-point game. And then he just started getting, I don't know if he was hurt or if he was getting DMPs. So he dropped 15 after this man got hurt and started getting DMPs. So Q Grind started, dropped 27, got hurt. 2 games later, Deuce starts, drops 15, doesn't play the next 5 games. I forgot if it was injury or if it was DMPs.
Yeah. So yeah, Tibbs don't even get good rookies. But if history shows, he do play guys in year 2.
Year 2, yeah.
So hopefully next year we see more.
I mean, look at Deuce's minutes. 9, 12, 19 and a half, 25.
So maybe next year we see more Daddy A. We see more Fuck Porty. We see more Kolick. I'm really hoping we see Kolick.
I want to see more Kolick. I'm not really moved by Daddy A so far.
Yeah,
but again, he's played like 6 minutes in total.
I really want to see Kolick the most.
Kolick,
because I'm so confident that that motherfucker he's a baller. He just
Huck Porty could be something, you know?
Yeah.
Huck Porty could be something, but of the 3, Daddy is the one I'm the lowest on.
Yeah.
By far. Not to be fucked up either.
I think the only thing that like keeps me invested in Daddy is just his age and his size, pause. Because he is what, like 6'7"? Yeah.
Shout out to DeLon Wright too, getting some burn. I was about to say minutes, but it was seconds.
Yeah, he played what, like
24 seconds.
20 seconds, yeah.
Shout out to him.
I was like, we got DeLon Wright minutes.
Just an MVP of the week.
Nominees?
No nominees because Brunson is losing. Siakam had 1 phenomenal game. Halliburton cooked game 1. Game 2, nothing crazy. This guy has been dominant and winning. And the undisputed MVP of the week is Shai. 35 points, 4 rebounds, 8.5 assists, 3 steals a game.
Yeah,
there's no competition. Like, Brunson's averaging fucking 40, but losing.
Yeah.
If Brunson split, I would put him as a nominee versus Shai, but right now it's just undisputed. You can't argue with it. And he's gonna drop another 38 tonight.
Yeah, Brunson's really averaging like 39 in this.
Yeah, he's averaging 39.5, I believe. I'm gonna check for you right now. He's averaging 39.5, I think it was. And it's gonna be for nothing, bro.
And the people in the comments really try to say like, "Oh, you guys don't watch Pacers games." On the clip of Nembhard and Nesmith being a downgrade defensively. There was one guy that was delusional. He's like,
people are trying to argue that Nembhard and Nesmith are as good defensively as Tatum and Brown and Derek.
That's what I was about to say. I'm like, those motherfuckers are delusional.
No,
that's actual
idiot.
Delusion.
Yeah, Brunson's averaging 39.5, bro.
Yeah, they can't check him, bro.
Mind you, he made like 6 straight fucking turnaround J's on Nembhard. And that shit was like a movie. That's when I had belief. I know you said you had no belief we were winning. That's when I had belief. Justin, any shout outs?
Nah, bro. Actually, nah. Shout out Dequan. His birthday's tomorrow. Shout out to him.
Big shout out to D Money, D Thing G's. No other nicknames to really give him. But yeah, big shout out to him. He's gonna turn big 25 tomorrow. Barry Bonds year. I'm not shouting out the Yankees. We just lost to what's on pace to be the worst team of all time, worse than the White Sox last year. So fuck y'all. And shout out to Vontae on Twitter, bro. I fuck with you. I fuck with your content, bro. You a comedian. So yeah, shout out to Vontae. And yeah, I wish I could shout out the Knicks, but I can't. So I guess Justin, you could walk us out of here, bro, because I'm disappointed.
If you guys are listening on audio, please give us 5 stars. Please like. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on TikTok at the J&J Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at the JJ Podcast 1. We appreciate you guys. Hopefully this series isn't over by next episode. And
I think no matter what, it's over by next episode, even if we win. No way Game 7 is going to be past next Saturday, right?
I'll check right now.
No fucking way.
No, but I'm hoping at least we come back and.
But if we go to Game 7, though, I'm saying, or even Game 6,
Let's see.
or if Game 7 was to happen, I'm guessing it would be like Saturday.
Game 5 would. Oh no,
Game 4 would be Tuesday, I think.
Game 6, if we do get there, would
Thursday?
be next Saturday.
Oh shit! So we're gonna space it out after the Pacers,
Yeah,
the homestand.
Because
Okay.
Game 3 is tomorrow, Game 4 is Tuesday,
Tuesday.
and Game 5 is Thursday. So hopefully we come back here and the season is still alive.
And if not, we'll be a baseball podcast going forward. We're not even gonna cover the finals. We'll just be a baseball podcast. So we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.